Oh, I'm just looking at my hair. It's almost how I want it, but not quite. Couple mistakes. I will do a few lowlights and cover up that hot spot so the roots don't go as far, but not as good as I want. I need to blend the roots a little better. It was difficult to do with, hi Queen, hi Anil, hi American. It was difficult to do in the bathroom, and while I was stressed today, as you could tell. I was stressed. Like it lifted at this point. I either need to put some of the roots back, the shadow root, or I need to just take the blonde all the way to the top, because like I got it closer. But there's like a few little golden parts that are not my jam. But this part is all pretty. It's the up here part. Thank you, Nishi. My hair routine is Aveda shampoo and conditioner. But I'm just talking about the, like there's some golden parts. I'm going to have to redo those and make it whiter. They're just too golden. And then either put low lights or, well, for sure it needs some low lights. It takes me 3 times to do my hair. I can't do it all in one attempt because it's too much to do. Hi, Carlos. So it takes me 3, sometimes 4 times of just doing, like, I just did a little bit today, as you saw. Just a little bit of pieces of blonde. I didn't do a lot. But yeah, I think needs a redo. Needs a redo. We're not there yet. I would have loved for it to have been all, oh, that's it? That's all I need? Perfect. I knew I had to do another step after, but I'm still like, dang it, I have to do another step after. I am from Vegas. We're going to do an unboxing right now. It is so hot. I would love to just take off this shirt, but it's not appropriate. When are my shirts ever appropriate? But right now it's just not. Hi, Sad. I got such a headache. Say congratulations. No, I'm not going to open the blue, but I can get rid of you if you want to leave. If you want to leave and you want to be kicked off my channel, I can do that instead. If you're not happy with what you see, instead of telling me what to do, just be happy with what you can see, okay? I get so sick of that. Open your shirt, open your shirt. When I'm uncovered, people are like, cover up, cover up. And when I'm covered, open it up, open it up. You guys do realize it's my clothing, right? It's my clothing. I could wear it how I want to wear it. So the answer is no. Okay, this is for the Mad Hatter. Thank you, Mike. This will go on the shirt. This is the shampoo I use. It's a Veda Damage Remedy. I have too many boxes. Thank you, Guapa. don't know what this is. I think this is the lights, the ivy lights. We're gonna find out though. Oh, this is a cake pan, cake display thing. There's 2 of them. I really only wanted 1, but the thing came with 2, and it was cheaper than getting 1, you know, because this is like plastic, but with gold. So it matches the scene. It is $7.42. I've got a boa. Okay, I'll stop. Showgirl. Showgirl era. Okay, one more box. Ooh. Hi, Ruby. Please be respectful in the chat. Hi, Matthew. Oh, really? Was she crazy? Just kidding. I'm just teasing. I don't mean to be disrespectful. I was trying to joke about myself, not your ex. Just making a little self-deprecating humor. Hi, Joan. No, I'm not holding my shirt up. I can kick you guys out, though. If you guys prefer that I kick you out. Have some respect, you guys. It is summertime in Vegas, and it's bad enough that I have to put this on because it is hot. It's bad enough. But I have to because you guys are absolute turds and pervs. You can't just let a girl hang out in her tank top in the summer. Ooh. For the Mad Hatter. Eee. I'm so happy about that. There's so many of them. There's 10. Well, not so many, but there's 10. So I'm going to string these up. Put a couple on like one of these. Or I have a cake pan. A set of 3 cake pans. So like, you know. Not on this, but on the like cake stand. I'll put one on there. Along with the skeleton head. It's starting to come together. I can't spend any more money though. Like this is it. This is the last of it. I have a few more things coming, but I'm not ordering anything else. Have some respect, RS. You can go somewhere else. I don't understand it. Like I really don't. Have some self-control, you guys. I'm still a human being, you know? And even if I wear a robe and I'm completely covered, I get treated actually worse. Because then it's, ooh, let us see, take it off, what's under the robe. Nothing I wear changes the behavior from the people in the comments. Nothing. Nothing. Sweatshirt, t-shirt, robe, fully covered, tank top, doesn't matter. They are just as inappropriate. So you guys can blame me for it, but it comes from people who don't want to treat others with respect. Like, I should be able to wear a tank top in the summertime. I should be able to wear whatever I want. But unfortunately, people are rude. Okay, these are the cake stands. These are the things for it. And then it has the 3 different round cake stands. So that's going to be good. I don't know that I'm going to need these. I might return those. We'll see. Because I'm not going to have room for everything. I think just 3 cake stands is enough. I mean, it's not like I'm feeding an army. Like, I know I'm going to have you guys on, like, watching, but you guys aren't going to be able to eat the food. Some of it was for decor, so that I could put decorations on them. Like 1 cake stand for the cake, another for some cupcakes. But I'm not going to be eating a cake, so it's like, maybe some tea sandwiches, but it was more for decor. Good evening, doggy doggy. Okay, let me move this. There's quite a few boxes in here, and I'm going to end up, oh, holy moly, tripping. Like I almost did. Okay. I'm putting my shampoo in here. All right. Just checking out the hair color. I didn't do much different to it. I put a toner in it and I put a few little lowlights. But I think the toner lifted the darker spots and made it almost look like one color again, which is not what I want. So when I put the lowlights in it, it'll like pull out those blonder pieces again. Oh, okay. How long ago did you move here? Thank you, Chris. You know, I've had the salon the last couple times ruined my hair and made it really orange. So there are a couple golden spots, but it takes me a few times of doing my hair to get it right. Because I can't do everything at once. I can't do the lighter, the darker, see the back of it, see the bottom of it. Like, I have to do it in steps. And the next step is to weave some low lights in from the roots. And that'll make the lighter blondes pop. It's got a kink right here from the curling iron. Kinky. Kinky. But it does look pretty good. It's just not there yet. Just not there yet. Thank you, Oscar. Ooh, February. Okay. Yeah, I guess you can call them claws. They're kind of claw-like. They weren't supposed to be this long, but I'm working with it. Yeah, for sure this looks more golden to me on camera. I think it's because of the yellow light from the ring light. But in person, it's not as yellow. It's not as golden. It's a little more white-ish. And if I leave the purple shampoo on it, it'll really make it more purpley, silvery, ash like I'm used to. I'm okay with it being more golden. This needs more work. This needs more work. Hi, Johnny. How are you? Yeah, it's kind of nude color. Thank you. It's not done yet. Thank you, guys. Just one step closer to being done. I'm 47. Oh, I'm not sure how long it took. I don't date, so I don't entertain the thoughts right now. No, we moved on, Johnny. I just can't make you a mod. Hi, nice person. Thank you. Johnny, I answered your question. Hi, Tupac. I still love you too. Was it better in the 80s? I really don't know. God, it's hot. No, if it was true love, it still wouldn't be the right timing. I would be their friend. You can be in love with someone and be their friend. It's just not the right time for me to date. I'm not going to back off of why I'm not dating just because I love someone. Because I love myself too and I want to be alive. And I need to take care of my health and figure out what's going on. So my health is number one priority right now. If I don't take care of myself, there won't be any me to love anyone. Milo, I took like 12 hours off the other day. I took almost all day off today. I only filmed for 2 hours and have been on here for 17 minutes. You wouldn't know I'm always live unless you're always on YouTube, right? So why are you always on YouTube? Gray hair's pretty. Hi, Irma. Hi, Elliot. Yeah, I spoke about that earlier, Jake. Maybe you were here. I was asking everybody to please stop trying to defend me because then the trolls are like, yes, we got so-and-so mad. Yes, so-and-so's mad. Yeah. Like if I'm ignoring it and the trolls aren't getting any reaction from me, eventually they're going to be gone, right? Because for that day. Because they're not getting a reaction out of me. But if they're getting a reaction out of him, her, him, her, then they have plenty of reason to stick around. And I turned my back for 5 minutes. I said, fine, I'm not going to tell you guys anymore. And it turned into, I turned around and there was a threat on someone's life. Your days are numbered, the guy said. All because people want to tell the trolls what to do. I would just, like, you guys tell me to ignore it. Why don't you ignore it? I really don't want to discuss the conversation again because I went off on it earlier. It didn't do me any good. Thank you, Macy. Thank you, Cheekbone. This is a red light laser lamp. It helps with inflammation. Okay, We're going to hide this person first, but I wouldn't be popping up in someone's feed if they weren't commenting on my channel. All they have to do is put not interested. And instead they open up the live stream, comment on it, and then go, why is she always showing up in my live stream? I mean, my For You page. Why do you think? Maybe because you're commenting on here? I can't go eat with you, but thank you, Johnny. I just did my hair, but it's not done yet. It's not all the way done yet. Hi, Hector. Hi, Joel. Thank you, Ramsey. Okay, calling names is not going to keep you on my channel. I don't appreciate it. I don't care whether you're talking about me or someone else. It's not the vibes. It's not the vibes. Thank you, Hunted Coyotes. Hi, Arky. Thank you, Banana Peel. No, I don't travel specifically to where you live. I don't travel because of my health. I stay pretty much at home, or I go to the doctor, or the doctor, or the doctor, or the doctor. The other day I went to a plant nursery with my daughter. I'm going to try, I also go to the gym, but that injured me, so I'm going to be, once I can go to the gym again, I'm just going to be doing it more safely. Now that I know this diagnosis, it's just a matter of not lifting heavy things above my head or out in front of me. Keeping it about 2 pounds per arm should be okay. Francis, don't tell me who to kick out. You guys need to ignore each other. I ignore people because if I remove every bad comment, my algorithm will go down to like 18, 20 people. So I know what I'm doing. You guys need to stop bossing me around. If you want to control a channel, get your own channel. Okay? And YC Slime, you too. Stop talking to each other. Don't instigate somebody else. Like I tell all of you, stop talking to each other. Stop saying each other's names and saying, ha ha, and you're a joke, and get lost, and you need to be banned. And if you guys start bringing each other up and instigating each other, you'll both be kicked out. Both of you. So I don't see what you did beforehand, but this is both of your guys' warnings and everybody else's. Stop talking about each other. Stop talking to each other. It leads to arguments, and I don't appreciate it in my stream. Yes, it is live. Okay, you telling people to get out is just going to make you get out. Thank you. I'm actually going to be doing improv on Tuesdays. I want to be an actress. I just don't know that I would go to Hollywood because of my health. I have to fix my health first. It is America, and this is my stream. So on my stream, it's like me inviting you into my home. And when I invite you into my home, you have to play by my rules. And if you don't, you can get the fuck out. Okay? Because in America, I have the right to invite who I want into my home and kick out who I want in my home. This is my channel. Don't forget that. using America to abuse and harass people. That's not how America works. There are laws against that. I have the freedom to kick you out. I don't want a Gucci purse. Rolling easy. I don't shop name brand. My stream is open to the world. It's an invitation for you to come and vibe with the room. I ignore a lot of hate. I ignore a lot of trolls. But when you guys start interacting with each other, it ends up in I'll you. So I tell you guys not to talk to each other, not to insult each other. I sign up for it because I'm a streamer. Within reason. Once it reaches a certain level, I will hide somebody or time them out, depending on the level of abuse and harassment they send my way. Just because I'm on a live stream doesn't mean I deserve to be harassed. It doesn't mean I'm going to tolerate it. And I'm certainly going to defend the people that are in my comment section as well. Like, they all deserve to be comfortable and happy here. Caroline, they were earlier, and I'm making a point. If they're not abusing, I don't have a problem with them, obviously. But yes, somebody earlier said that they were gonna someone, and for them to count their days. That is a real life threat that could be taken to a police station. You can't make those kind of threats just because this is America. They don't let you make those threats in America. You can't do that. Yes, they can go to jail. And that's my point. When you guys engage with each other and start telling each other to leave, just leave, mother effer, it turns ugly. So I'm asking you guys, don't engage with each other. Please, psionic mindfuck, please don't say that. You're not helping. I wish you guys would just put positive comments and stop talking to or about the trolls. Do you guys have anything positive to add? It is 8:05. John Park, I would rather watch you go. I have the right to wear whatever I want. Thank you for your positive comment, G-Man. It's probably one of the only ones I've got. Wow. Yeah, I'm asking people to change the subject, but the subject changed to is it pink and smelly coochie. Went from you guys abusing each other to back to abusing me. Well, I guess that's better. I'm happier. I can take the abuse towards me a lot better than you guys abusing each other, okay? Or harassment or bullying or whatever, negativity, whatever you want to call it. Hi, Travis. I'm doing all right. Well, hi, Mystics. I see that. No, I'm not going to cry. Are you trying to make me cry, Emma? Are you hoping I would cry? Well, Randall, you don't know if I can or can't. I would suggest you get into some anger management because I'm still a human being and I've got a brain condition and I'm dealing with a lot already. I don't need to deal with your stuff too. I already have to deal with my own stuff. Why do I need to deal with Randall's stuff and so-and-so stuff and so-and-so stuff? Like, come in here and be nice, you guys. Thank you, Randall. Okay, it's not a competition who's the smartest. I never came in here and said, hey, guess what, guys? I'm so smart. I'm smarter than all of you. Like, why the need to defend your intelligence? Someone who's really wise doesn't feel the need to go around claiming it. I'm rich, I'm rich, I'm wise, I'm wise, I'm rich, I'm rich, I'm wise, I'm wise. Those people are usually the dumbest and don't have a dollar to their name. Racked in credit card debt. So say it a little louder. Maybe we'll believe you. Thank you, Travis. No, it's rude that the person came in here when I'm just like saying, let's get along and have a positive chat. And they said, and I said I had a brain condition, and they said, I'm smarter than you. And it's rude of me to say that a wise person doesn't need to brag about being wise. A rich person doesn't go around talking about how rich they are, and a very wise person doesn't go around talking and bragging about how wise they are. That is not rude, that's a fact. Someone insulted me, I didn't insult him. Thank you, Just Ella. Thank you, Joel. No, I didn't end my live stream. Hi, Parker. Thank you, your name. Polo. Yeah, and you can have money, but if you spend it all, are you really rich? Let's say someone else makes $100 a week and you make 10,000, but they spend 50 and you spend 10,000. I think the guy who makes 100 is wealthier than you are. Because at the end of the week, you got 0. He's got 50. The menopause making my face like this. First of all, I have braces, new braces that hurt. And second of all, I have a brain injury. So I'm like holding my braces hurt. And if anything is making my eyes drop or my face drop, it's my brain injury. Hi, Kaden. Thank you, Roman. When you guys say old, you're basically just telling me how blessed I am and how wealthy I am. Being old is not a bad thing. It's something that not anybody can buy with money. You have to earn it. It's a gift given to you and only given to some. Just like being a grandma, like you can't just go out and buy a grandkid. I mean, kind of you can. But like when you guys call me grandma, I am a grandma. And all you're doing is reminding me how wealthy I am, how lucky I am, how blessed I am. It's not an insult to me. It's like, thank you. Thank you for reminding me I'm a grandma. I am. Ellen. I'm not on OnlyFans. Thank you, Riley. The medical reason is because the way that my teeth were shaped, it was making it a lot more difficult to clean them. I had to get cleanings more often. And it was pulling this one tooth that had dropped. Thank you, Skeevy. The one tooth that had dropped was kind of pulling the gum down, which can cause gum loss, which can cause bone loss, which can cause tooth loss. It hadn't got to that point, but I don't want it to. I would have loved to have gotten myself braces years ago, but I got my kids' braces first. My daughter got hers off, and then mine came on. She was my youngest, so when she was done, it was my turn. I just waited in line. I wasn't going to put braces on myself before my children. So people ask, why would you get them so late in life? Because I waited. Because I waited my turn. My kids came first. Okay, Skeevy is here. Thank you, Skeevy, for the donation, the contribution. Woo woo! Skeevy's on the board. W's in the chat for Skeevy. If you want your name read, now is the time to put W's. I did a character of Naruto. W's in the chat, you guys. Thank you, J601. W's, no, it's more serious than a TBI. Thank you, AB Del Raman. Thank you, Bailey. Thank you, the Bill of Rights. I can't get a job. I have a brain injury and a bone disease. This is my job. I do this instead of taking a large disability check, which I was awarded, and food stamps. And I told them, sorry, I make too much money on YouTube now. You can have your money. So instead of taking from the government, I now have a job where I give back to the government. And I also sell furniture. I have a self-employed furniture business. So I have 2 jobs, and I still get a small disability check that has nothing to do with how much I bring in. Even if I became a millionaire, I'll still get that check. It's only $620 a month. No, I can't get a job. You don't know what my illnesses are. I'm going to talk to the neurosurgeon, and they're talking about taking off my skull, part of my skull in the back. I constantly have procedures, surgeries. I'm in recoveries, physical therapies. I go to 15 doctors a month. I can't work a normal job. I like working. I was waitressing, bartending, cocktail serving. I loved blue collar work. I loved it. I had an office job. I went to school for some medical stuff, and I did data entry before, but I cannot do those anymore. I don't have to explain why, but even if I just wanted to do this job, that's my prerogative. But I don't. I like it, but I don't like the negative comments. Like, I would much rather be waitressing. I loved waitressing. And I have a furniture business, which is a real job, you guys. I flip furniture. I pay taxes for it. And I also had a meal planning business, but that one was a little too difficult for me. I wasn't able to keep that one up. It was an LLC and everything. So I'm self-employed, and I also work for YouTube. You don't have to like my job, but those are my jobs. No, I didn't say that. I said I can't work a regular job. I said this is my job, and I flip furniture. I'm self-employed. This is one of my jobs. Right now, I make money here. I've made enough money this month to pay all of my bills and then some. Just doing this. So whether you like it or not, it works for me. Because I can't go sit in an office. I have to have my tailbone removed. I have to have my tailbone removed, part of my skull removed, a neck surgery, a repair of my hip. I've got scoliosis, stenosis, hypertrophy, bulging discs, migraine, seizures, things that I don't have to explain to you guys, but I will make another video updating you with the new brain diagnosis called Chiari. You know, I had heard of Chiari before. I'd said earlier I've never heard of anybody with it, but I just remembered right now there was a TV show and somebody had 3 daughters who had it. That's right. It's very rare, but yeah, I have something called Chiari. And so when people are like, what's wrong with your eyes? Like, I've had a migraine for the last 12 out of 14 days. The kind you couldn't work with. So, and I sit mostly on one butt cheek, which I'm going to lean right now because, oh wait, hold on. Let's see if my food and dish soap arrived. I order my groceries delivered because. Why do they keep changing the arriving time by an hour? Like, what the heck? I'm going to ask them, am I still being charged? For express delivery? Because how are you going to tell me it's coming at 7:30 and then 8:30? And I paid extra money for it to come on time. No. You give me my $3 back. It's only $3, but it's the principal. No, I'm not negative. Just when you set a deal with people, a business deal, they need to keep that. Like, I order from Amazon and it'll say it'll be there tomorrow, and then I place the order expecting it to be here tomorrow, and then it'll say 2 weeks. Like, there's worse things in life. It's not the biggest deal, but I still want my $3 back, you know? I still want my product. I paid for it. It's a business arrangement. If I set a business arrangement with somebody, I'm going to be there on time. I'm not just going to do a switcheroo, like, yeah, it's going to be there between 4 and 8 in the morning, and then go, never mind, we're going to give it to you at the end of the month. What? We're going to give it to you in 2 weeks, probably. No. We had an agreement. That's why I paid for it. Don't tell me what to do, Chris Hansen. You can ask me if I've seen his comments. You can say there's someone named Yuru being disrespectful. But you can't tell me what to do. Please. I mean, you can, but I'm not going to listen to it. I don't really take orders anymore because as you guys heard, I'm not a waitress anymore. Nor am I in a controlled abusive marriage anymore. So I don't take orders. But I will listen. I'm an open-minded individual. So if you tell me that someone named Yuru is being out of control, I'll take a look at it. But not if you tell me to. Not if you give me a demand. I don't do well with demands. My outfit, I have pajamas on. Yes, Shelley Duvall. I heard that before. Thank you, country kid. Well, listen to this part. You said every woman claims abusive relationship when it doesn't work out. My last relationship didn't work out because I was the abuser. How about that? I mean, we both were, but I was. I went to jail for it. Does every woman admit her, when she's done something wrong? I do. With my husband, I was as close to picture perfect as you can get. I didn't bat an eyelash at him. I did everything he said. It was in a frame next to my bed in my own handwriting that I was going to be an obedient wife. In marriage counseling, the only thing he could come up with as far as a complaint for me was that I forgot his spoon when I packed his lunch a couple times. That was it. But in my last relationship, I got drunk and I hit him. And it's part of why I'm sober now and part of why I'm single now. Because I don't want to hit anybody else. I don't want to hurt anybody else. And I'm making sure that my health is intact, not just this part, but that I take accountability for what I did and make sure I never hurt anyone again. So yeah, there are women that only blame the men. That's a pet peeve of mine too. That they get in a relationship with someone they chose and they'll say it was all him. But there are real times where women are controlled and abused, and there are real times when men are controlled and abused. It goes both ways. There are times when it's both people are doing the abusing. That was my last relationship. It was toxic on both sides. But I talk about what I did. It was my fault and I got arrested for what I did. I chose him and I stayed with him. I chose him at a bar. I tried choosing a guy at a church and I tried choosing a guy at a bar. But when you move too quickly, you're going to end up, both are going to be the wrong guy. When you make them your boyfriend like that, both are going to be the wrong guy, most likely. Doesn't matter where you meet him. You need to take time to figure out if you are truly compatible, not, hey, I'm attracted to you, want to be my boyfriend? Madison, stop talking to Fidian. I don't want to have to put you in a timeout. I can't read everyone's questions, Fidon. I can't. There's 403 people in here trying to get their comments read, and I have to answer the questions and then move on to the next one. And then that means like 20 or 30 or even 100 pass by, depending on how long my sentence is or my explanation. So if you don't have patience, then a live stream isn't a place for you to hang out. It's luck of the draw. It's when I'm done speaking, I look for the next comment. Then I can't go and answer every single comment. I'm not a robot. And then what am I supposed to do? Be in the middle of answering one and then stop to answer the next and then stop to answer the next and stop to answer the next and stop to answer the next? That's not how it works. I talked to you earlier in the stream just before about working out. Be patient. There's a lot of people who haven't had their comments read. Please be patient. Welcome, Shadow Ninja. Mostly entertainment, MMM. A hobby and a job. It's like a jobby. But I do hope to educate people on disabilities because a lot of people think disabled means paralyzed. So they'll tell me I'm not disabled and they don't understand disabilities. So I do hope to educate people on judging people with disabilities and like disabilities that you can't see. And maybe being more helpful to people, because it would have been nice for me to have help all this time, you know, but because I didn't have the official diagnosis right away, I was discredited, and now I have the official diagnosis, and it's like, now I'm getting the credit from my family, and it's like, thanks. Not one of you came to wash a dish for me when I couldn't wash my own dishes. You know what I mean? Not one of you asked me if I needed anything. So maybe other people will help other people that are disabled, you know? A little bit. Like, I could do a lot for myself. I have my daughter. My daughter helps me. And I can do a lot for myself. And the things I can't do, I just go without. I just go without. Like right now, I would love to go do my dishes. But I had to have my dish soap delivered. And I've been waiting for hours for the dish soap to be delivered because my daughter's at work. And when she gets home, she's going to wash the dishes because by then I will be too tired. I only get so much energy a day. And it does hurt my back, but I still was going to do it because she's working today. So I didn't think it was fair to ask her to do them when she's working, even though I'm disabled. I try to help. I try to help when I can and not make her feel taken advantage of, because certainly would not do that. Like, I have more than pulled my weight. I pay all the bills. She's just has to give me a little assistance. That's it. Like a caretaker, almost. But she's not rubbing lotion on my legs. She's not, you know. I clean my own bathroom. I clean my own room. But she has to help me with the kitchen. Things like that. Cleaning my car. I agree, and they're not, Siobhan. They're not in my life. Now my mom has Alzheimer's and she needed someone to take her in, and I didn't. She's in an Alzheimer's mental care facility because I can't take care of her. I'm taking care of myself. She wasn't there for me in my time of need. Plus, I remember how she was to me as a child. I tried living with her as an adult in my 20s, and she put hands on me again then. So she has a constant habit of putting her hands on me, and then wasn't there for me in my time of need. So I tried helping her as she lived in her own place. I would bring her groceries, but I was taking them across town and driving there like 40 minutes every day. And then I would struggle to get my groceries, and it's like, how is this fair? You know, I'm not taking care of myself so I could take care of you. So my sister and I found her a place where she can be and all her needs can be taken care of. She's taken care of. I can't risk her putting her hands on me, choking me, all that kind of stuff again. I need peace in my home. She's well taken care of. No, I'm not faking anything, Marty. In fact, not for the trolls who don't believe me, but for the people who are just curious that do believe me but want to know more about it, I am happy to put the proof. Show you guys everything. But I'm not doing that for the haters. You know, like, I'm not going to be like, I'll prove it to you. Because you know why? They still won't believe me. They're going to say that my neurosurgeon is a paid actor. And I put the scene up of a hospital. I must have rented out the room. When I have my skull removed, they'll say it's fake. When I'm all bandaged up, they'll be like, oh God, drama queen. You know, they're not going to believe me even with all the proof. So I'm not going to be showing them. I mean, they can see it. They can watch it and decide for themselves from there, like, oh shit, she really is disabled. Or they'll say, I still don't believe her. It doesn't matter. It doesn't make them right. No matter how many times they say I'm not disabled, that doesn't put my brain back in my head. It doesn't fix my scoliosis. It doesn't fix my bone marrow issue. It doesn't fix my arthritis. It doesn't fix my seizures. They're not right, you know, so why be defensive? I was defensive the other day and I came and I pulled out all my paperwork. I pulled out my Social Security check. Look, I'm on Social Security. Why would they give this to me if I'm not disabled? Look, here's all my paperwork. Look. And then I started crying, and you know what they did? They left. It was fine when I was upset. Like when I was like, yes, I am. Yes, I am. Yes, I am. They were like, haha, no, you're not. No, you're not. No, you're not. But as soon as I started crying and showed them the proof, they left. They were like, they couldn't stick around for the truth once I had it in their face. Yes and no. Or No, I'm not a real blonde. Did I say I was? What gave it away? The roots? You're a quick one. You should sign up to be a detective. Was it the fact I dyed my hair in front of you guys today? What gave it away, genius? I literally colored my hair in front of you guys today. I'm not trying to hide anything. I'm not trying to fake anything. Yeah, I colored my hair. Do you wear mascara? Do you wear makeup? Do you wear lip gloss? That's not your real lip lubrication. I do. I have TikTok, and I have, which is the same name as here, BabblingBrookie, spelled the same ways. And I have Instagram, BabblingBrookie IG, all lowercase, no spaces. Brookie spelled BROOKIE. BabblingBrookie IG. I do have a handicap placard, yes, and plates. Mr. Booty Cootie. Well, thank you. I haven't heard Heather Graham in a while. I'm 47. Thank you, Evelyn's. I do have an IG. I just named it. I just spelled it out for you guys. BabblingBrookie IG. IG is in the name because BabblingBrookie was taken. So I added IG to the end. BabblingBrookie IG. All lowercase, no spaces. BabblingBrookie, BROOKIE IG. Trav, that's okay if you think I look 80. That doesn't change my confidence one iota. Thank you. What do I call you? I would not be answering my bra size to you. If I ever get an OnlyFans, you can pay me to find out. Okay, unsubscribe, Magic. And why are you threatening me with a good time? Why are you threatening me with a good time? Thank you, Michael. So I appreciate that about the interior design question. I got this on OfferUp for $40. And then this is a tree. As you can see, it's got the tree rings and the bark. So that's like a tree, as if a tree stump has been split and you're looking at the rings, which shows how old a tree is. I don't necessarily do interior design except for myself, you know. But I am going to be getting rid of this. I think it's too space consuming. It's not very feng shui. It doesn't let air get through it. I'm going to put an iron headboard up, like one with spaces between it so that like air can flow through it. This is very big and cumbersome. It's like takes up a lot of the energy of the room, in my opinion. Maybe you didn't, were you not listening to me? Disabled does not mean that you're in a wheelchair necessarily. I have a cane. I have a walker. My walker's in the storage unit. I don't have to use it anymore. I used to have paralysis, but my disability is different. I have a friend who's disabled who can't leave his house because he has a fear of the outside. It's a real disability for him. Disability does not mean you are a quadriplegic or a paraplegic. There are all kinds of disabled. It's on a spectrum. There's so many different kinds of disabilities. I have trouble walking, but I am able to walk. I used to be paralyzed. Partially paralyzed. Partially. I can't sit like a normal person. I sit on one butt cheek because I have to have my tailbone removed. So disabled means that things are more difficult for you than the average person and that you're not able to do everyday things like other people can. It doesn't necessarily mean I can't walk. It might mean I can't leave my house. It might mean I can't do the stairs. It might mean I can only walk so far. It might mean I have a limp. It might mean I have a brain injury. There are different disabilities. You guys need to educate yourself on disabilities. Hi, Bunny. How was work? I ordered some dish soap. It took like hours to get here. I was going to do it for you, but thank you, Bunny. How was work? Is that right? I love you. Bunny is my daughter. And for a long time, she was my walker. Like, I would hold on to her. Do you remember that, Bunny? Like how many years I would hold on to you when we went out walking? She said, just a few. At least a few. She was my walker. I would hold on to her, and then I would hold on to the shopping carts. So I had a really difficult time getting back from paralysis to walking. It took me years. But I still have a difficult time. And if I injure my neck, I could be paralyzed again like that. Like full on paralyzed this time. Because your cerebellum controls your balance, controls your walking, controls your heart, controls your vision, controls your lungs. Like one wrong move to my neck because my brain is out of the skull. It's a serious condition. And even just looking down like this at a desk, looking down for hours, is what triggered it. When I was doing hair and I was looking down at the hair, that's what caused it for me. Like it, because I already had the condition, but I was constantly looking down to do the hair, and it put a strain on my neck. And all of a sudden, I couldn't feel this arm. I couldn't feel this arm. I couldn't feel that leg. I couldn't feel that leg. Couldn't feel my face. And then I started walking like I had MS, and they misdiagnosed me with MS. And it was all because of my neck. It wasn't MS. It's something called Chiari. It depends, Mr. Booty Cootie, if they respect my boundaries. This is getting a little intimate, literally and figuratively. Certain things that I would have to avoid. I have to take care of, certain things. Is it impossible for me to be intimate? No. Is it more difficult? It's more difficult, but where there's a will, there's a way. I'm certainly not I don't want to be inappropriate, but I have to be careful with everything I do. I don't think I'm doing a sleep stream till Tuesday. Hi, Nate. I just saw you. Am I a genius? No. Okay, that's enough. I gave you a little bit of information. I'm not getting into any positions and things like that. You're being like, I felt like that question was a legitimate question to help people that are curious about disabilities. But like getting into which ones I can do is inappropriate. But to say that, yes, I can have an intimate relationship, but it has its challenges. That's as far as I'll go. I'm not going to get into, I can do this, I can't do this, I can do this, I can do that. Thank you, Coco. Yes, absolutely, Heidi. I don't have a wheelchair, Big Quattro, but you sure are inappropriate. Thank you, Ray. Anybody telling me that they can help is, it's very insulting. Very insulting. Abhishek, I earn enough to pay all of my bills. And then some. And I've only been monetized 5 months, less than 5 months. So in 5 months, I went from a few $100s my first month to paying all of my bills and then some. I like acting. I would love to be an actress. I'm going to be starting improv classes on Tuesdays. But I'm not like an official actress, like where I get a check from acting, except for here. When I do my shorts, my little YouTube shorts. Thank you guys for the well wishes. Thank you. The Durham Dream, thank you. Way off, Nate. And why the disrespect? You know, I don't want to keep going back to like explaining my disability on here, because as soon as I explain it, someone else is going to ask, and someone else is going to ask, and someone else is going to ask. And it is difficult for me to say it 100 times a day because words have power. So I would much rather put it on a video. I'm going to put it on a video for you guys. I will give you that answer. And I will give you proof. For the people who are curious, the people who support me. And it's not for the haters. I'm not trying to prove it to the haters. But I will give you enough proof to show what it is. Like my MRI results of my brain, my neck, my tailbone, things like that. I will put some of the pieces together so you're like, oh. Oh, well, thank you, KY. Thank you, Emmy. I appreciate it. Hot dog, I don't know why you keep coming here. Let's just ban him. I try to just time people out, but thank you, the Durham Dream. No, I certainly don't. But I'm trying to educate people on this condition and my other conditions, because there are people that are curious, that care. Not the people that are like, I don't believe you, you're a liar, you're a fake, you just want money. You know, I would make way more money if I was healthy and dancing around and just shaking my boobs than if I pretended to be sick. Like, if I was really healthy, I could just get up here and dance and show you guys, like, all the things my body could do. But that's not the case, you know. I mean, I have days where I go, woo, you know, and you guys see me in tank tops and stuff, but I can't do what I can't do. I can't pretend to be healthy because I'm not. But healthy women are way more profitable because that's way more attractive. It's not attractive to be sick. You might get a little generosity here and there, but if you're healthy and you're shaking what's healthy, trust me, you're going to get way more support. Of course I support furries. Why not? Did my top drop a little bit? Thank you, KY. Well, not proof like that. Like, I'm not going to show my name. Like, see? Like, you know, but I'll show the paper, like I don't mind showing the MRI that shows that the brain has dropped and that's what Chiari means and that it happened because of my neck. So then show my neck MRI and like put the pieces together, because people ask me that. Like, but how? How did your neck drop? Like, how did your brain drop? How? And so I would show it for it to make sense, not to really like prove it. You know, I don't have anything to prove. I have nothing to prove to anyone, but because I'm a streamer and because I share my life and because people are curious, I am willing to share it, not prove it, wrong word, share it with the people that care, the people that support me, the people that believe me. God, my lip is, let me get my, wax. These braces are killing me. Woo! They're already growing out, but this one has glitter down it. This one has glitter on the side. But I'm going to get some shorter ones next time. They weren't supposed to be this long anyways. Ooh, this is ripping up my lip. Oh. Damn. Me either. Because not that long ago, I went to the ER 4 times in 1 month, and they couldn't figure out why I couldn't breathe. I could not breathe. I was gasping for air and could not catch a breath. My heart was beating all over the place. Like the shortness of breath, my legs filled up with pitted edema. And they were telling me maybe I had heart failure. But I don't. My heart is fine, except for the fact that the brain controls the heart. So it was making my heart go brr, 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 and I gasping for air. And now that's subsided. So my symptoms come and go, and it's like the doctors couldn't figure it out. Like, why is this happening? And then they figured it out, and she was like, as sad of a diagnosis as it is, my doctor was like so happy to find out. She was like, oh my gosh, I can't believe this. Like, this makes so much sense, you know. Like, no wonder. How did this happen? She even asked me, how did this happen? And I said, because of the reverse curve of my neck. Because she's my primary that was saying this. But, of course, the neck specialist knew my neck was curved backwards. But she wasn't really aware of that. So I have sent all of the records to all my doctors from here to there, from there to there, to here to there, so everybody knows everything that's going on. Please ignore people if you don't like their questions. Ignore them. Don't call them dumb. Thank you, Michael. Hi, Sophia. Thank you, Terry. Hi, Psych. No, I don't think I need a man in my life. Need? Mm-mm. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Is it T and roll you? Like troll you? I don't have any reason to fake anything. Hi, Sarah. I'm doing okay. I just, again, have another migraine. That's it. But I'm okay. I'm okay. Thank you. Yeah. I just have to protect my neck and talk to the neurosurgeon. They said that if the symptoms get bad again, they'll want to do brain surgery. But I haven't talked to the neurosurgeon yet, so he might want to do it anyways. But the neurologist said, as long as your symptoms are under control, let's not do brain surgery, where they remove part of your skull and leave it off. A little piece. Then I joked, well, then I'll get a helmet with a turtle pattern. I'll get a turtle pattern helmet. You can reckon whatever you want, Carly. Doesn't make you correct. I'm sorry to hear about your brother, but doesn't mean that not everybody who is disabled is paralyzed. There are different types of disabilities. Some people have brain injuries. Some people have mental disabilities. Some people have things on a different spectrum, like they're slightly disabled, 20% disabled, 40% disabled, 60% disabled, and 100% disabled. There is a range, just like the autism spectrum, there is a disability spectrum. And it's really disgusting to come on here and tell someone who is disabled and suffering that they are faking it. It's disgusting. Like, shame on you. I still love you, and I'm rooting for your brother. But people like you are disgusting. Hi, Kaylin. Hi, Ann. Did I say your brother's paralyzed? Or did I say he was disabled? Didn't you say he was paralyzed? I didn't assume anything. You said he had 5 years to live and that he was fully disabled or paralyzed. If I read that wrong, I apologize. But I'm not assuming anything. That's what I thought I read. But I would never tell you that your brother's disability is fake. Like, you shouldn't be doing that to me. Don't do that to people, because I really, for really am suffering. I have nothing against the OnlyFans girls. You never know why they're doing it, and that's their prerogative, you know. Everything comes with a pro and a con. They might be getting money, but maybe they're not getting happiness, or maybe they are. Absolutely. Thank you for that. Ineffable Mystic One, thank you. I'm going to pin your comment. W your comment. I just took a shower, Rico, but thank you. Why don't you worry about your shower? Don't worry about mine. I know when to wash my ass. I dyed my hair earlier, so I had to wash it out. Oh, I took my shower. I actually took 2. Because I had to do a toner too. Hi, JSS. I have 3 adults. Thank you, the David Kong. It's not all the way done yet. I have to do it in little sections because I can't do the whole thing all at once. It's overwhelming and it causes mistakes to be made in the hair, so I just tackle a little at a time. But we're getting there. Thank you. Shout out to Woodward. I got rid of the shower chair. I mostly take a bath and shower once or twice a week. I shower every time I wash my hair. But the shower chair is out in the patio storage. I used it for a long time. Thank you, JSS. Thank you, Raining Emotions. Thank you, Ulysses. Do you, Michaela? That's very nice. Thank you, Eddie. Yes, I'm able to wipe. I'm able to use my arms and my legs. They're just numb. They're not paralyzed. They're not... I can use them, but they're numb. They feel like as if I got a shot, like was supposed to get a dentist shot, and they accidentally shot the hand. Or like I slept on it, sort of thing. I can still use them. Thank you, John. I don't know who you're telling to get out. Don't do that. Thank you, Mahedi. I love you too. My name is Brooke. How are you doing, Depressed Winks? Thank you, John. Yes, the David Kong. Yes, I do. And I have a, oh, I just, hold on. I just washed this, so I gotta put it back. This is a grounding sheet. I got jelly on it. But this is a grounding sheet. So I plug this in. This is what the plug looks like. And it gives you the same electrical current as if you were standing on grass. So when I'm sleeping, it's like I'm sitting on grass, barefoot. It's called a grounding sheet. But yes, I'm big into all of nature's energies and healing properties and roots and herbs and things like that. I don't smoke. I don't do anything that gets me HIGH. But yes, natural ones, natural HIGHs, yes. No, I'm not vegan. I was vegan for a while. I tried that. I tried vegetarian. I do get a lot of veggies and legumes and those kind of things, seeds in my diet. But I do allow myself chicken and fish. Today I had cod. Yeah. I let myself have fish 3 times a week, no more than 3 times a week because of the amount of mercury in the ocean. So before, fish was like a perfect meal that you can have every day. But now it's like 3 or 4 times a week, no more than that, and depending where it's caught. And then beans and rice are actually a perfectly balanced protein, carb, amino acid chain thing. I'm not a big fan of beans, but I like legumes, like, you know. And then I do eat things like hummus, vegan milks. I don't do dairy milk, so I do like cashew milk, hemp milk, you know, anything that's, I try to avoid the ones with a lot of sugar, like pea milk, you know, like milk made from peas is really sweet. My neck is in recovery right now from my injury. But thank you for asking. It's feeling a little bit better. Hi, Aspen. I don't eat fast food. I like pizza too. Like the other day, my daughter and I were gonna go, like, we used to eat fast food a lot, right? And then when I was trying to heal my body and have less flare-ups, I stopped eating it. But when her and I went to the nursery, the plant nursery, we went and we had some like drive-through Mexican food. Like I had 2 tacos that were like real food. You know, it wasn't a fast food. Even though it was drive-through, it was real food. Real ingredients. Made on a grill. And that's the only time I've had any takeout other than when I went to California to help her dad who was passing away. So I've had it twice in the last year. And I made healthier choices, you know what I mean? Thank you, James. Shout out to James. It is genetic. OG sniper. My hip is not genetic, so I injured my hip playing roller derby and kickboxing. Taekwondo, actually. Thank you, Alan. Aline. I've never really liked eggplant, maybe because my mom didn't know how to make it very well. So I've shied away from making eggplant. But there's so many recipes. I have vegan and vegetarian cookbooks. So there's so many things that like people don't know about for cooking, like so many different options. I do like sweet potatoes. I like to bake my sweet potatoes, roast them. I like roasted veggies. I like radishes with the mustard sauce. Beets, I mean. Stringed beets baked in the oven with the mustard sauce. Doesn't sound very good, but it is. Radicon. Radicon is good. I'm from Vegas, originally California. Thank you, cute butterfly. Yeah, zucchini's good. So a couple of the basic cookbooks are one from Alicia Silverstone. And I like hers because she doesn't try to make you vegan. She has a lot of vegan recipes, but she talks about if you're going to eat meat, eat this kind of meat. Like, make sure it's USDA, you know, like quality meat. She doesn't say, no, you have to be vegan. You have to, but you have to. You know, what about the animals? She doesn't do that. She's like, if you're going to eat it, eat this kind. But here are a bunch of vegan recipes that you can incorporate into your style of eating. Like if you eat beef, here's some veggies you can add to that. So I like her cookbook. It's Alicia Silverstone, The Kind Diet. And then I have one, just vegetarian recipes. Love that one. I don't have Italian ancestry. Yes, grass-fed. I am careful about my diet just because it helps me with inflammation in my joints. Because I have an inflammation issue, if I was to eat a lot of sugar, that would inflame my body. Thank you, Aspen. My favorite vegetable. Tricky. Tricky. I don't know if I have a favorite one, but I like asparagus, cucumbers. Cucumbers aren't really. But I like cucumbers because they're so versatile. But anything that I can bake, I really like. So I'll put a tray together, and I'll put bell peppers, broccoli, cauliflower, you know, just anything that you can just put a little oil on and some seasoning. Thank you, Remy. A little oil and some seasoning, and I make a tray of roasted veggies. Oh, sweet potatoes are not a vegetable, they're a root, but I sure do love sweet potatoes. I'm not a banana person, so I do sweet potatoes instead. Okay, Remy. Thank you, Remy. W's in the chat for Remy. Jordan is on the board. me just put this down correctly. W's in the chat. If you want your name read, now is the time to put the W's in the chat. Thank you, Sarah. W's in the chat, you guys. Thank you, Cute Butterfly. Thank you, Wazdichi. Hi, welcome back. Hi, JSS. Thank you. Thank you for the repeat W's. Thank you, Cutie Pie. Welcome back. Hi, Rig. Thank you. Thank you, HM. Thank you, Thank you, Ineffable Mystic. Thank you, Seawalk. It does, like, so tonight I haven't had many donations, but let's say in the morning the other day I made $150 in the morning. I don't like to talk about how much I made. So it evens out. And it depends what I'm doing. Like right now I'm not doing anything that like people might think is earning money because I'm just sitting here talking. But when I'm doing my makeup and talking, or doing a workout and talking, or skincare, or depends what the subject is and who's here, then yeah, I get donations. It depends if what I'm doing, because usually I'm working for it, but right now I'm just talking. But sometimes people are like, damn, like, why don't you take a day off? Sounds like you need it. Here's $50. And that helps me take a little time off, you know. Bye, Wazdichi. Already? I just saw you just get in here. YouTube doesn't take a big cut. They take a kind of a big cut out of the memberships, gonna be honest. I'm like, damn. I do cooking streams, yeah. It absolutely adds up to enough for me to pay my bills. And $1 at a time. Like, I have a book full of donations, and I write them down because my daughter at the end of the month is going to pick 3 lucky people to win a prize from me. So I could give back to those who are giving. And I wish I could give back to all of them, but I cannot. I will record a video for 3 people, send it to their DMs, thanking them, make sure they get a shout out for a month every time they come into the room, and their name's on the board for a month. Excuse me, and I'm willing to send them 3 photos. But if it's women and they don't want the 3 photos of me, I'll give them a small skincare item or a keychain. Oh, thank you, Ellen. Sometimes my daughter cooks for me now. We have it worked out. Thank you, Aspen. Not those kind of photos. Good photos. I mean, cute. Ooh la la, but not ooh la la. Why get into streaming? Okay, Mateen, here's my honest answer. I was just laying here watching YouTube. Before I started streaming, I was just laying in bed watching other people do it. And I wanted to do YouTube for a long time because I always wanted to be an actress. I also felt like I had a message, and I was very deprived with human interaction. Now, do I love that I opened the door to negative people? No. But I also opened the door to positive people that I didn't have before. Before, I was just laying here. My humor had died down. My creativity had died down. My engagement with people had died down. I was just laying here watching other people on YouTube all day. In bed. I would get up to go to the doctor, I would get up to go to the gym, and then I'd lay in bed all day. This gets me up a little more, It gets me talking. It gets me laughing. Some days I'm being silly. And I know that without the camera in my face, I would have just been in bed and there would have been no funny scene about what the hell? Who ate my jelly? And for those who know, who were there that day, they know how funny that was. If you missed it, you missed it. But there are going to be other moments where I am funny because I do have a good sense of humor when I'm not complaining or explaining the boundaries. I get the opportunity to be funny. Because Star needs attention. What the hell? Okay, so somebody said what the helly one time and I was in the gym. And I said, what the helly, who ate my jelly? And that's a reference to Shakira because that's how she found out her husband was cheating. And then I started doing a Shakira song. Just making fun of somebody who was like, what the hell? But I turned it into something cute and funny. And we were all laughing and having a good time. Yeah. What the hell? Who ate my jelly? At your feet. I'm at your feet. I really don't have fears like that. Except I have one that's, nonsensical. Like, I need to be able to hear what's happening. So my fear is that, like, I'll be in the shower and I won't hear someone coming in. So I like a more clear shower. I take a shower with the door open, like this, my bedroom door, so that I can hear if someone's coming in. Thank you. I do work out. I do like working out. I used to be a buff girly, and then there were times where I was way too thin. And then I got to the point where I started eating food and putting on a healthy body fat. Then I went a little over that. Like, I've gone up and down, but I am certified in fitness and nutrition. So, I got rid of them. I saw it's bothering you guys. It doesn't bother me, but because it's bothering you, I got rid of them. And just because you know what's good for you to eat doesn't mean you're going to eat what's good for you. You know, like, I know what to eat, but when I was hurting and recovering from my hip surgery, I was eating a lot of sugar. I went up to 149. Now I'm 134. I was down to 132, 130 at one point. But after these migraines, I really haven't been in the gym like I was because of the migraines. So I'm just letting my neck relax and then I'll get back at it. But smarter. Now I know what my diagnosis is. Now I can work around that. I do a little bit of aerobics, but safely, TW. And then I walk on the treadmill. I do a little bit of gentle yoga. I'm hoping to get into belly dancing. And I won't be able to do the like squat part of the dancing, but I could do the standing part. So just modify it. I did Pilates classes before and I had to modify them. The part that I'm not going to be able to do is lifting heavy weights in front of me or above me, anything that strains my neck. But anything that does not strain my neck or my hip, I can do. So I can't do stairs, I can't do the elliptical, I can't jump, but I can do a lot. There's things I can do, there's things I can't. You guys, don't insult anyone. So my neck has a reverse curve, JSS. It's it's not curved the correct way. It's curved the total opposite way and then some. And it has bulging discs and stenosis in it. And it causes me tight neck muscles, spasms, and pinched nerves on both sides. And also the brain has fallen out of the skull. The cerebellum has dropped out of the skull. So it's a whole, if I have brain surgery, they'll probably reconstruct the neck. It's all good. Thank you, Beans. Yeah, I did, Carl. I was like, whenever, wherever we're meant to be together, I'll be there and you'll be near. And that's the deal, my dear. My best advice, to learn how to be happy around any of life's adversities. You don't have to be happy with them right that second. But learning to accept them as quickly as possible and getting back to happy is going to give you the happiest life. Not like, I'll be happy if. I'll be happy if I get a new house. I'll be happy if I get a new car. I'll be happy if I get a wife. No, just be happy. Like, I'm going to be happy with my life even with this. Because I could either be suffering physically and suffering mentally and be unhappy and be bitter, or I could just be suffering physically and be happy. I can learn to be happy around it. I have a happy life around my disabilities, but I'm happy. I cried when I found out. I cried for days, but I'm still happy. I'm not going to say why me. It's like, that's part of what my life journey is. That's just luck of the draw. And I don't want to be anybody else, and I don't want anybody else's life. So, therefore, maybe life wants me to have this to be strong in different ways. Maybe not as strong physically, but stronger mentally. Maybe I'm going to help people. I don't know. So, I actually am thankful for this in a way, because I feel like it's going to take me where it needs to take me if I allow it. It just is my journey. Thank you, Maisie. In person, cutie pie, I get along with people very well. I'm really respectful. I'm a listener. So it's very different for me to be on here and doing all the talking. Because in real life, I'm the listener. But then I have like a calming spirit. Almost melancholy. Just very, very calm. Because anything lower is a depressant to people. And anything higher can be overstimulating for them. Like, her energy is draining. So it's almost not a flat line, but a nice buzz along the neutral energy. But I have my moments where I go higher and funnier in the right situations. I'm really good at reading a room. Really good at reading a room and reading people's energy. Well, thank you, Mike. I wouldn't go that far, but thank you. Thank you. Hi, Steven. Hi, Anderson. Guten Morgen. I'm a Libra. Yeah, women's voices are they tend to be annoying to men. It's just like a hormonal thing. And if you don't like the topic that I'm discussing and it's not suiting your immediate desire, it's going to be annoying to you. If I'm coming off as like maybe I'm bragging about myself, someone asked me to explain myself. and how I get along with people. So I did my best. But when you start discussing yourself, it sounds like you're bragging or like I'm self-absorbed. But I wouldn't just be talking about this if someone didn't ask. I don't go into rooms and go, hi, I read people very well, and I'm blah, 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 and da-da-da-da-da. I don't do that. But this is like they're asking me questions about myself, so I have to answer them the best of my ability. And then it seems like, God, she's self-absorbed. But I'm not. I used to be. Straight up, used to be. But I'm aware of whether I am or not now. I used to only listen to respond. Like, when is it my turn to talk? Like, I wasn't even really listening to what they were saying. I was like hearing it so that I could go, yeah, but. And I was a big interrupter. But I got over that. Took me time. Now I'm like, oh, I'm sorry I interrupted you. And they're like, that's okay. And I'm like, no, it's not, though. It's not. Let me apologize. I know they mean I forgive you. But if they mean I forgive you, then okay, that's good. But if they say it's okay, no, it's not. I don't want anybody calling me mommy, but yes, they have. I mean, I have 3 kids, so I don't need to take on any more. I have 3 kids that I know about. It sure is TX, Tortilla. Oh my goodness, is it ever. Raj, we're talking about anything that people are asking questions about within reason. If they're respectful. That's what we're talking about. If you guys have noticed, I don't want to jinx it, but the comments have died down. Half of the people left. And there are a few negative people, but nothing like earlier. If I just hold my like constitution, like who I am and what I stand for, they're like, I give up. But if I'm like, nah, they're like, we got her. We got her where we want her. But if I'm just like, well, you can say that all day, it's not going to make it true. Then they leave. Especially if you guys don't engage with them either. They're like, there's nothing here for me. But if you engage with them, they're like, we got someone. We got someone who's mad. They'll stay. I'm okay with 149 over 330 if it means a calmer stream and that I could see the legitimate questions and have a real conversation. Thank you, Ryan. Yeah. Hi, Richard. Thank you. Hi, Aaron. You saw female whispering on here and you logged off? I think I know who it is. Was she drawing? What? Yeah, was she drawing, TX? Whispering, yeah, without a mic. Oh, okay. Well, it might be someone I know. She started an ASMR, but she doesn't have a microphone. And I told her, it's okay to talk low, but they still have to hear what you're saying. You could be soft-spoken, but they still need to make out the words you're saying. So I'm giving her a microphone. So. Hi, Jocelyn. Hi, Ebony. Hi, Glenn. Thank you. Oh, thank you. Hi, JSS. Can I call you Jay? It is 9:32. And I keep going like this because of my braces and the wax. It's not a habit I usually had. It's a new one. It's like I do that because of the wax that's on my braces. I'm like pushing it against there. Advice for 8th graders. Stay in school, keep studying. I know this is like not what you want to hear. Focus on your studies, focus on your studies, focus on your studies, focus on your studies. The most important thing about school is school, education. People are worried about what they look like. Are they cool enough? Riz, oh my gosh, they made fun of me. Most important thing is your education. Yes, yes. Focus on your sanity. Just know that it's okay to be different. It's okay to be weird and be outside. They'll say, you're weird. Well, I'd rather be weird than rude. And you don't have to say that to them. Don't pick a fight. But just know it in your head and know it in your heart. I would rather be weird than rude. There's nothing wrong with being weird. That weird old lady told me that on the internet. She's fine with being weird, so am I. Anybody that they don't have a good thing to say about them, they say you're weird, you're broke, they'll come up with all these different things. Just know who you are. If you're a good person to people, you have good intentions, and you focus on your studies, that's all that matters. You're going to the top. Just be patient. Hi, Josh. Happy birthday. Thank you, James. Oh, well, thank you, country music. I appreciate that. Hi, Hassan. Of course, Jocelyn. Thank you, Josh. I'm doing all right, Abrian. I really haven't been doing the sleep stream the last few days because it just really isn't hitting the way it was before. And I don't want to have to wake up a few times a night to change the stream anymore. I feel like I'm going to take on ASMR a couple nights a week to supplement the sleep stream. Maybe I'll do a sleep stream a couple times a week. That way people are like, ooh, is it sleep stream night? If it's every night, it kind of got like the numbers were dropping. But if it's only going to be a couple nights a week, then maybe they'll show up again. Like, ooh, she's sleeping again. She's finally sleeping again. Because it was like, you're always sleeping, girl. You're always sleeping. And now I want it to be like, ooh, she's finally sleeping again. I don't want them to be burnt out on it. Thank you, Abrian. Good morning, Livia. A legal one? Like, what do you mean? Yes, I like my sleep stream because I put on the binary beats. And binary beats are scientifically proven to help people with their mind. It has a hertz frequency that is beneficial to people. It helps them release negative thoughts. It helps them be more productive in the morning. It helps calm them down with ADHD or ADD, depending on which one you put. So I rotate which ones I choose. And then people tell me, your sleep streams make me feel calm. I have anxiety and they make me feel really calm. And it's not just me, but like me laying there very still gives them a calm visual. Then the lights look like I'm dreaming. And then the binary beats help to make them feel calm. So it's like a three-part thing. Yeah, it's okay. It was a little weird to me when I first started, Carl. I heard there was a girl who has been on live for 3 years without stopping. Not turning off her live for 3 years. Not a single break. And so I was like, well, she must be sleeping then. On live. I guess I'll try it. Because I was really enjoying live streaming. And I thought, well, let me try that. Maybe I can eventually be someone who just constantly streams. I wanted to try it. And when I did, I got like 500 subs the first night. And there was one night I got 6,000 subs in one little 2-hour stream. 6,000. The next night I got 4,000. And I've woken up with money in my bank. You know, like it takes a month for them to give it to you, but I've woken up and like $40 for sleeping, $60 for sleeping, you know. Dang. This is easy. And then people are like, did you hear what they were saying about, do you know what they were saying about you while you were sleeping? And I'm like, who cares? I'm sleeping. I can't hear it. It's my favorite stream because they could say whatever they want and it doesn't bother me. I don't have to do any work. Just wake up and restart the stream if the numbers have died down. That's it. Just sleep. And no matter what they say, horrible things, I can't see it, so it doesn't matter. I don't hear a single one of them unless I wake up and read it, or unless people come and tell me. So don't tell me. I know it's horrible. It's horrible when I'm awake. It's better for me to be asleep and not have to see it, not have to talk to anybody, and just earn that money. 6,000 subs in one night for sleeping? But it's died down. It's died down a lot. Thank you, Monroe. Thank you, Adrian. Hi, Sam. I do. I have like a, my mom has even more of a little kid's voice. My daughter and we have like more softer voices. But when I'm like trying to project, then to me it's more annoying because like my voice is actually softer than this. Because I'm trying to project so you guys can hear me. But my voice is more like really gentle. Talk more like this. I don't know if I have cancer for sure yet, Stacey Lee. I don't want to put that out there. I sure hope not. But I have some of the symptoms for leukemia. I just don't know yet. I have fluid in my bone marrow, and I get fevers with no cold or flu, and rashes. But fluid in your bone marrow is a pretty good indicator. But I had to get other things checked first. So I have to have a sleep study, see the rheumatologist, see the dermatologist, get a mammogram with ultrasound, and that's all my next stuff, and then see the neurosurgeon. Those are all the next appointments. Oh, and another heart monitor. So yeah, I guess I can get some, when I see the rheumatologist, I could ask him about the leukemia. They call me a hypochondriac because I have a bunch of illnesses, and they think I'm like, that I think I have all these things and don't, but I do. And I I don't think I have leukemia. I don't know, so I'm not saying I do. I don't even mention it. Someone else asked me, "Do you have cancer?" But I have a few symptoms, but that doesn't mean I have it. And I'm not even getting it checked. So if I was a hypochondriac, I'd be like, when I saw my primary, I'd be like, "I need my blood checked now." You know, like, but I didn't. I didn't even mention it. Because one thing at a time, you know, I'm like, it could wait a minute. I mean, I know leukemia can't wait, but I've got other things too going on, so. But, no, I really do for really have disabilities, but they seem to believe that, like, if someone is saying they have disabilities, automatically they're faking because they're on YouTube. If they're on YouTube, it must be fake, you know? Like, there are people that are on YouTube that have real illnesses. There's a girl that has Tourette's. You know, there's a girl that has lupus. There's, like, I've seen a lot of people that have had breast implant illness and other things, and they share their journey, and it helps people. It might not be the most exciting content, but it's honest content. It's just my life. It is what it is. Sometimes I try to, like, talk about it less, and then someone will ask me, like, "Why don't you get a real job?" Or they'll ask me, "Why are you in bed?" And I'm like, how do I answer this without saying because I'm hurting? Well, what are you hurting from? I'm disabled. Well, why are you disabled? And then someone else comes in and goes, "God, she's always talking about her disability." Because everything leads back to it. Like, what are you doing today? Well, I'm resting. Why are you resting? Because I have a migraine. Oh, you need water. No, it's because of my brain. You know, like everything seems to lead back to it. I try not to talk about it a lot, but I'm going to be making a video, an updated video about my disability. I'm going to have to come up with a catchy name, like I got diagnosed with my brain out of my head, out of my skull or something. Like, I don't know, like proof my brain is not in my skull. Something, I don't know what it, something, but yeah, I'll make a new video about the new diagnosis. Thank you, Monroe. Thank you, sweetheart. Thank you. I appreciate you. Thank you, Jocelyn. Oh, thank you, LV. I'm taking care of myself. Life is taking care of me. Trust me. I'm matching the universe halfway. God, I need to fix that. I'm matching the universe halfway, and I'm gonna be okay. And when I say universe, that's just to leave religion out of the chat. I don't like to discuss religion in the chat. Doesn't mean I don't have one. Thank you, Lily. Yeah, Stacy Lee, it's different if you're like a content creator. Like, I try not to focus on them either because words have power and thoughts have power, right? So if you're constantly talking about it or thinking about it, it's like, how are you going to heal, right? How are you going to get better? But when they ask me questions, it seems like it leads me back to there. And I'm like, you guys, I don't want to talk about it. But it seems like a lot of the questions are answered with because I'm disabled. So then I will send them to the video. And once I make the video, I'll be able to say, I've recorded a video that answers all your questions. And then that way I don't have to talk about it all day. Thank you. I love you too, Jocelyn. Thank you, Abrian. Or Abrian. It is a disability if it limits you from doing certain things. Like if you can not stand as long, like say for a job, instead of being able to stand 8 hours, you can only stand 4. That's like a little bit of a disability. You know, if you're able to do everything just fine, even though you have rheumatoid arthritis, and it's not a disability, it's a disease. But if your disease starts to get in the way of how you live your life, it becomes a disability. If you're limited in how far you can walk on certain days, disability. They thought I had RA because my joints swell up, but I got my blood tested for it 3 times and they said no. But another doctor told me you can get false positives with rheumatoid arthritis. I don't know. I never heard that. I didn't know that. I don't think it is rheumatoid arthritis. I think the rheumatologist is going to find out why I have joint inflammation, deteriorating arthritis, bone spurs, things like that. I've had arthritis since I was in my 20s. Or younger, but I found out about it in my 20s. Thank you, Jocelyn. Thank you, sweetheart. Hi, Michaela. Oh, okay, so, I mean, you could be 1% disabled, you know, you could be 10% disabled. You can be 100% disabled. Like, I'm not 100% disabled, but I'm still disabled, you know. I'm up there, though. I'm up there. I would say I'm like 70, 80. Dirt Digger Dan, it's because I can't hear your voices. So I have to be the one to talk. I would love it if I could hear you guys and I can listen a little more. The closest I come to listening is reading your comments. So yeah, I'm still yapping. My channel is called BabblingBrook for a reason. BabblingBrook. I love Mexican food, Lily. Like fajitas, elote, guacamole. Oh no, I'm not trolling anyone, Stacy Lee, but you're welcome to your opinion. Thank you, JSS. I appreciate it. I love you guys. It's been really nice. The last hour's been a lot more calm. I heard you the first time, Stacy Lee. Just because you say it a million times doesn't make it true. The brain, it's not brain damage. It's a brain disorder. My brain has dropped out of my head. It's called Chiari, Captain Obvious. It's not going to go back into my head without surgery. And even with the surgery, they're just going to remove part of the skull so that it could take the pressure off of that. Like, they don't put it back in your head. You just deal with it. You live with it. But as far as like the pain's not as bad as yesterday or earlier. It's not as bad as earlier. It's gotten better. I took some medicine. Okay, Captain Obvious. Clearly, you don't want to be here to be supportive. I've given you more than several chances. I've given you many, many chances. I've answered you respectfully. And I can't do this with you. We're breaking up. Okay? Thank you, Rico. Hi, LV. Hi, Sujay. Oh, my daughter, she's doing okay. I know some of you remember she has her own stuff we found out. And, but she's pretty healthy otherwise. I told her she does need to get her neck checked because it's a genetic thing. And I told my sons too. So they need to know. Wow. People that don't even know me calling me a junkie. I'm clean and sober. You know, when you take your prescribed medicine that doesn't get you HIGH, that is not considered a junkie. Even if you took medicine that did alter your mind a little bit, if you're taking it as prescribed, in recovery, that's not considered breaking your sobriety. But I tell my doctors not to give me anything that is a stimulant or that would get me out of my... I need to know that what I'm seeing is what I'm seeing and what I'm feeling is what I'm feeling. You know what I mean? I need the facts. So I can't have any... The only thing I can deal with is like medicines that are like help with inflammation. And they're prescribed so that they're not as hard as on the liver. They're like made for people with that have RA or that have reoccurring inflamed joints. I also take a seizure medicine so I don't have seizures. I've had one little seizure and I had it on camera, on live stream while doing my makeup. And that's the first one I've had in a long, long time. So, of course, I'm going to take medicine so that I don't have seizures. No hallucinogens, nothing that gets me HIGH. Nothing like that. Hi, Maggie. You did, Kayla? Yeah, I was like doing my makeup. And then right after, I was like, went back to doing my makeup. But I decided not to drive. I was going to go to the park dressed as Alice in Wonderland, but because I had a little seizure, I stayed home. I was like, I'm not getting in a car while actively having seizures. Probably not a good idea. Even if it's just down the street and I think, okay, it's gone now. Like I would wait and really make sure it's really gone. Because when you have one, another one is like, it's kind of like a sneeze. You have one and it's like the other one could be like right there on the... At you. That's how seizures are a little bit when they start. It's like you have one and it could roll right into another. Or not. Thank you, Kayla. Does she? Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that. Well, are you really making extra accounts just to come back and call me that? Let's report you then. Okay, hopefully that does a little something better than just removing you. How are they gonna really, like, I just removed that person and then they made another account and came back just to call me a junkie hypochondriac. Like, can you find something else to do with your time? If you don't like me, why are you here? If you think I'm a fraud, why don't you find something real? If you think I'm fake, why wouldn't you find something real? They're horrible. Okay, you too. I'm just going to report everyone that's doing that. Thank you. If you see those kind of comments, like junkie, hypochondriac, please just report them. And Monroe, if you're underage, please don't respond to anybody that you don't know. Like, and don't even ask them if you know them, because, like, I've seen a lot of adults try to talk to women or young kids and get their information, get their addresses, get their Snapchats. And I've seen young women give it to them. Even though I'm like, don't do it, or Sam, my mod Sam says don't do it. When I wake up, I have seen somebody say, okay, I'll send you my address. And I've had little girls say, that guy won't leave me alone. He's asking me for pictures in the bathtub. Wow, you guys don't quit. Relentless, huh? How many accounts is she gonna make? Disgusting. Oh. My natural hair color is more like this. It's a darker blonde, light brown. But don't judge me by this. This is like, the next step is gonna be make it even better. I just put some highlights in it, and they're a little golden because I tried to put a toner, and the toner lifted all of the brown to like golden. I wanted the toner to just to lift the light parts I put in, but it lifted everything per usual. You know, that's what toners are gonna do. So I have to put some low lights back in it. I'm okay that it lifted everything. I just need to put low lights back. And I think I'm going to bring the blonde up all the way right here in the front. Almost all the way. Just at least right here in the middle. Thank you, JSS. Nope, I can't do those. Gaslighting you? Why? For what? What do you mean gaslighting you? Thank you, Serving My Redeemer. Thank you. Now I'm going to pin that one. It's going to replace the other one. The other one was really nice. But we're going to just keep, if I get lovely, lovely comments like that, I'm going to give them airtime. I was just talking about my hair. Somebody asked me about my hair. Someone asked me. And it's not all the way finished yet. So I was just explaining what happened with it, why it's golden. It's normally ashy. Oh, I know you. I know where you're from. You're one of Justine's trolls. Wow. You guys can't handle that I'm reaching 100,000 and she's still stuck where she's at? Suck it. Thank you, Ryan. Okay, so when I first started YouTube, I was a mod on another channel, and that channel had like 1,000 members or something. And I started my channel, and I started growing to like 700 within a couple weeks, and she started getting really upset that I was passing her. So she's like, I'm not even going to mention your name anymore. You know, we helped you enough. You know, like she was starting to get really jealous. And her trolls are really, really nasty. And that's one of her trolls, Bellabon. These people are from her account. She got really jealous, and now she's still, I think, under 2,000, and I'm hitting 100,000 in 5 months. 5 months of streaming. Well, 5 months of monetization, and I'm hitting 100,000. 6 months of streaming. I streamed for 1 month, got monetized streaming for 5. Almost 5. Thank you, Asia. Thank you. This is one of my hobbies, but Monroe, I am starting improv classes on Tuesday. I can't wait. Improv classes is going to be so fun. Thank you, Lily. Yeah, it's really awful, Milo, because at first she was like, you know, I was buying her tea kettles, sending her gifts. You know, we're going to meet in the summer. You know, friends, getting along, close. She liked me. She was like, oh, make sure you go and support Brooke's channel. And then when she saw that it was growing faster than her, she's like, yeah, we're not going to mention her name anymore. She can spread her wings and fly. You know, now we're just going to not mention her at all. Like, you're not even going to say hi to me. Like, you don't have to push my channel, but you're not going to say hi, Brooke, and be my friend. Like when I sent you this beautiful tea kettle and coffee warmers to keep your coffee cup on, you know what I mean? Yeah, you guys are all from Justine's channel. You guys all suck. You guys all suck each other's dicks. They'll continue to do it. They're going to continue to do it over and over and over. They don't have another life. This is their life, is to troll. And I can't stand that I open the door to, like, her trolls, because her trolls are relentless. Like, the fact that I even had a friendship with her made it to where they came over to me. No, I'm not married. I had more. I deleted a lot of them, serving my Redeemer. I deleted a lot of them. Thank you for reporting. I appreciate it. They'll go start another one right now and come back. That's just what they do. We were vibing really well. It was really nice and quiet, but I'm going to just ignore those. Like, them saying it doesn't make it true. You know what I mean? Is it annoying? Yes. But does it make it true? No. Yes, it was, you know, but I have a friend with somebody I met on the internet, like Sam, my moderator. She's one of my best friends. We haven't even met in person because she lives in the UK, but like her and I talk every single day, all day long. I can't hide. I'm not trying to hide. I'm right here in front of you. Yeah. Oh, I'm not mad. I'm just removing them because it's garbage and I have to take out my own garbage, right? Even though it's not mine. It's falling into my space, so I have to clear it up. It's kind of like having termites. Thank you, all-in-one. Thank you. Hi, Lady Jane. Thank you. I used to say much nicer things about them. I would say it's like they fill up the Easter basket. They actually help my channel because they help the view count and the comment count. So they're like the grass in the basket that fills up the basket, and you guys are the Easter eggs. So I would ignore the grass and pick the Easter eggs, but now they're like termites. They do need to get a life, but, you know, if this is what they want to do with their time, they have found a place to come, infest their negativity and their nastiness. Yeah, we're just trying to have a good time. You know what I mean? We're just trying to have a good time and talk about things. Like, for example, my next cosplay, we could talk about that. So my next cosplay is the Cheshire Cat. We already did the Alice in Wonderland. Thank you, Bianca. I don't get my number. We already did the Alice in Wonderland. And next we're doing Cheshire Cat, steampunk style. And then after that we're doing the Mad Hatter. And then we're doing the Rabbit, White Rabbit, steampunk style. And then we're doing the Queen of Hearts. Oh, thank you. I appreciate it. Yeah, and they'll reach out to like they have like a circle of like 12 people that will bomb the chat with the same thing like that. You see it. So like they're all restarting accounts because you can't restart them that quickly, but all of them, they're like, come on, let's go get her. And like, I don't know if you can tell, I'm not letting it affect my mood or the tone of my voice. I'm 47. I love cosplay too because I always wanted to be an actress. This allows me to be different characters just for a split second. Do you guys want to see the mask of the Cheshire Cat? If you do, I'll get it. Okay, let me get it. It's right here. Okay. This is going to be steampunk Cheshire Cat. Obviously, this would be out of the way, but... And then I'm going to paint the face like... And then I have these. Ooh, my shoulder popped. And then I have this for the claws. Like she's coming out of the dark, the Cheshire Cat. This is meant to be, she's in the dark. She's steampunk. So I'm going to be all in black. And I'm going to have a black and gold and white, or black and gold teeth. Eee. That's going to be the look. Do you guys like it? Yay! Okay, so I didn't want to do just the normal pink and purple Cheshire Cat because everybody does that. Everybody. So I wanted to do something steampunk. And all characters are going to be steampunk. The Mad Hatter, the Cheshire Cat, the White Rabbit, and the Queen of Hearts. All steampunk. No, a nightgown wouldn't feel more appropriate. My leg's going numb. Let me get rid of this real quickly. I'm going to be getting off of the stream just because it's almost time for my sleep stream. Yeah, I'm going to be doing Tinkerbell, but right now I'm doing all of the Alice in Wonderland Wonderland characters, to celebrate that we're coming around the $100,000 subscriber bin. We're going to be getting our play button. I'm talking about in it. Yeah, I am going to be going on the computer and blocking those words so they can't say those words. Because nobody needs to be calling anyone a hypochondriac. Nobody. Not me, not anybody else in the chat. And nobody needs to be calling anyone a junkie. So. Oh, I'm going to be getting off in just a second. But yeah, I was just saying I need to see if I'm going to be doing my sleep stream or not. I'm not sure. But either way, I'm going to relax before bed. We're doing the Cheshire Cat Tuesday, you guys. Okay? I was going to do it Monday, so look out for it Monday just in case. But I'm thinking Tuesday because both of my mods will be available. I don't give my number, C9. Quit harassing me for it. Oh, I do? Never heard that one. Sydney Sweeney. Weird. Okay, I'm leaving, you guys. I'm going to hang out with myself for a little bit. Have a good time watching some YouTubies. They hurt. I have wax in front of it. It was tearing up the front of my lips. Nightbot? What does Nightbot do? Hi, Drifted. Shout out to Drifted. Yeah, I'm saying a long goodbye. Yeah, there's too much golden. I thought I got rid of the golden and then it lifted the brown to golden. So it's not the ugliest color. And I have a kink right here from the curling iron. Once I put some purple shampoo in it, it's going to be beautiful. Beautiful. I'm almost there. It needs a few low lights, and these blonder ones will stand out. See, this one looks gold. I could either lift that lighter or I can make it darker. I think maybe just another shadow root. A few low lights. Like, that's pretty. It's just that near the roots. Near the roots need some work. These ones are pretty. Thank you. Have a good night, Ryan. I put a few, I put a few highlights and then I did a toner, and the toner lifted the darker parts. So it's more kind of golden, but once I put the purple shampoo on it, back to ashy brookie. Bye. All right, love you guys. Bye, you guys. Hope to see you Tuesday. Well, and all the other days, but for the